as it is. That's a good show.
Hey, Jimmy, I see Jimmy Fink, K-Rock is on me after 2 to 6, so he'll be here about 20 after 6. So in his place, I want to introduce to you a man who's been with us for many years as our panel moderator, guest moderator, writer, and author, Mr. Lou O'Neill. This is Lou O'Neill, how are you? And let me introduce also from Badfinger, Elliot Joffrey. They will be playing later, so. Make them feel Beatlefest welcome. They've never talked to them before. They hope you get the music. So they want to get comfortable.
Right.
First of all, I'm going to apologize for Joe not being here because he's home. And he will be here probably about an hour, and he'll be here for the next session. So stick around and you may be entertained, or you may not. Who knows?
We met the keyboard player, the current Badfinger, 1987. This is a brand new band, and I think it's as good as the old one. It's up to you to decide. Isn't he nice? He's Jewish.
What label? Good question. We're shop on any deal. So it's an amazing mistake.
Will any of your stuff be released on compact disc?
Let me repeat the question for the people in the audience. Will they cut anything digitally?
Digitally.
Compact disc?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Any
of the older stuff? Any of the older stuff on the compact?
Would you recut any of the older tunes? Such big hits.
That's not for us, really. That's up to whoever or something like that. We're interested in new songs.
Of course.
Elliot, Mark, Joey, Randy, we all write songs. I think they're good.
Yeah. How about some more questions, please? Back there. Yes, sir. Did Mike Gibbins ever record with all of the Beatles, all four?
No. You don't jam with people to play with them. If you start getting flat, they say, go away. Play it simple, and which is genius.
I think between Mike and Joe, they've actually worked with all four Beatles, but not simultaneously.
That was my English, isn't it? American interpreter.
He has no idea what's going on.
Jewish American interpreter.
Lady in white.
I was wondering, you were just like in the Chicago area, Joliet area, Amazon, but that's where I'm from. And
Yeah, we did.
okay, how come do you realize that there's people that are 19, my age, 18, 19, that really do like you, and how come you only played 25? Do you realize that?
This is something that we're more concerned with. The reason that we're playing.
Let me repeat the question. The lady wanted to know.
There's really no situation to elaborate on other than we have some people that are trying to get in touch. You know, our attorneys are talking to you. Their attorneys and seeing what's going on and seeing what the possibilities are. And it's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
There are always new bands starting up, which have been correctly stated, and like Elliot, Mike, your advice as far as what new bands should do. Elliot's going to take that.
This is a good one. New bands starting up. The best thing you can do is just keep at it. And keep at it, and keep at it, and keep at it. And if you really want to do it, you got to keep at it some more. And eventually it's either going to happen or it's not. I mean that's up to the gods of rock and roll to decide. You just got to keep doing it and learn. And the other thing is do what you think is right, do what you feel.
And that's one little thing. Don't sign your soul until you know it's good enough. Because you can make big mistakes.
basically the question was, Rhino releasing some of the bad material. How do you feel about perhaps a release of unreleased material? I think we just come over that really.
No, it's just that, like last night, I went downstairs, I saw an 90s album, $500, okay? Now, I don't know if you're in the same boat as me, but I got those today, and I don't think $500 for an album. But anyway, that's what I feel like anything new would be a lot cheaper, so it can't be bad. Just as long as you don't re-release badly recorded bootlegs, which is not good for anybody really.
We'll get to you, sir, in just a second. But the lady with her hand, end up back there. What's your favorite song, the Bad Finger or the Beatles? Of the Bad Finger catalog, what's your favorite? Yes, Elliot, and then perhaps
I'd say Keith Hands, Take It All.
Take It All.
I always listen.
He doesn't know.
I like playing it. I don't got a favorite. I like playing what I play.
What are your tour plans?
What are the band's touring plans as soon as a deal comes
The
together?
text is happening.
Yeah, we're going to get the Lone Star.
This is?
Yeah, Lone Star on Wednesday night. Then we're going to Poughkeepsie and Rochester and some places like that. Then we're going to Texas for a month. And and some other places. We're in the process of trying to keep the band working right now while we're shopping for the deal. Major tour plans, there's been lots of different things talked about, and nothing like that. As far as big release or something like that. I'd like to go to Philadelphia. I got lots of friends in Philly. I really like Philadelphia. I can't figure out why we're going to Philly. It's only 2 hours away.
Be like on the
Philly.
Be like on
Yes, sir.
I was wondering if Bad Finger Push to have one of their songs done at the time of Bangladesh.
Would the Bad Finger make a push to do a Bad Finger tune in Bangladesh in 69?
No, hell no. No. That's I was just glad to be there, you know. Because it was good. It was a good feeling. So,
Maybe.
In Wales, I was born.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was in Wales. No matter what. That was a single in England.
Yeah, they played that on MTV the other day. That's what I heard. We were on the phone with Joe and he dropped the phone. We're on TV! I guess they played it.
They call it moldy old in England. It's a moldy old in England.
Michael was asked a few years ago there was a bogus Bad Finger.
Yeah, there was
Rip-off.
more than one.
What's your perspective on it?
For instance, we pulled up into Nebraska, out in the middle of nowhere. We played a state line club, right on the state line. And the lady that was giving us the deli tray and all that, in the beginning, she said, "You guys, didn't you play in town like 2 weeks ago?" I said, "No." She said, "You did." And she showed me the ad in the paper. So,
It seems incredible, doesn't it?
I mean, wherever those people are, I hope they're not making money right now doing that. It wasn't good for us, and it hurt us really bad because we lost a lot of credibility. People thinking that was me, So I think it's still going on in certain parts of the country. In fact, the FBI are being called, this fraud.
Yeah, without actually getting into all the things that have been going on with that, because the band has had, after the breakup of the band in 75, and then, Tommy went out with Mike and did a version of that thing, and Joey went out and did a version, and I believe even at points it was simultaneously. It was like original guys doing it, but that sort of thing. There's a lot of people that play in the band that think that they are Bad Finger or that they name or that that's it. And the truth of the matter is there really, if any band can claim the name Bad Finger at this point, it's the band that's going to be here tonight because we have the 2 surviving members. And if that isn't the criteria for what Bad Finger is, then I don't know what is. And I think we finally
situation for Fleetwood Mac, I believe.
Sure.
Which is a real incredible thing.
Yeah.
A band that was Fleetwood Mac that had nothing to do with it. You know,
There's a lot of
me
people.
and Nick. Yes, sir, back there? Yes. Would you ask Paul McCartney, good question too, to participate, to write, perhaps to produce your record? Would he be involved in any way?
You don't, well, I don't do that. I don't go like that. I'm one of those fake lists, right? You got to go to you and you say, well, this doesn't sound like good. So you put on a shelf, forget about it. There's a million songs in the closet, right? With every musician, the music will speak for itself, and people will say, give me some of that. Right? So I wouldn't think I would do that. No?
Yeah, I mean, if Paul, for some reason, were interested in wanting to produce the act, I think everybody would think about it, depending on the situation as far as writing songs for the band. The only song that Badfinger's ever recorded that wasn't written by somebody in the band was Come Together.
Really one.
That was the only one.
Only one.
Was it?
Yes, sir.
What are your fond memories about?
Question was, what are, gentlemen,
That's a great question.
Michael's fondest memories of the Appleseed?
I don't know, I think the fondest memory is actually walking in the door. I'm not actually meeting the people, you know. Because I grew up with Beatles records. My older sister, she was a violin, you know. So when I went in the Apple, it was just 3 Savile Road, Magic, you know. The rest of the city in London is very, in fact, it's tailor shops. It's all Jewish records. Thanks. It's called the Apple, and they painted it white, green carpet, the Apple. And it was just magic. I thought that was the best time, because that would open up a whole new world, you know, and be multi-million-dollar enterprise as well. And I watched that get kind of really think about it. That's my opinion. Yes.
What did you do? How did you go about getting the contract?
Question was, how did the band go about becoming associated with Apple Records?
Well, we used to manage a called Bill Collins, right? And he said, hey, forget the battle of the bands, right? Don't go out and try to blow that other band up. Just stay home, do a few gigs, just keep the money going. The right songs, you know? And sooner or later, you write a good one. And nobody's going to listen to a good band because they're okay, how many songs we got? How much money is this going to make? It's down to who we fight stuff. And we followed that route.
Well, what got you through the door? I mean,
That got me through the door. Songs, you know?
Basically, the band submitted demos.
Yeah. It's the songs that got us through.
You know, because everybody, remember when the Beatles, when they opened up Apple, they had people sending
Jackie
demos.
Lomax too, right?
They didn't go and say, wow, this band is great. Let's go and sign it. They said, they like songs. And we wrote songs where they liked them.
who approached you?
Well, Mal Evans is a friend of the band. He said, stay with us. And, he's like a friend. Come on, house. And,
Yes, Richard.
rest in peace.
Can't hear you at all.
And your word is
Louder.
Did you write a song called Love Me Do?
No, Joey wrote that.
Joey wrote that one, but he wants to know why did Joey write a song with the same title as one that John and Paul
I
wrote?
should ask you something.
I'd like to throw that shit. When do you think that it started to go wrong? After Ronald died, the Beatles?
Or the Beatles wrote that.
Yeah, those Beatles. From your perspective,
Yeah, when we came into the Beatles kind of Apple scene with them, Yoko was well in there, you know. They were in Savile Row.
You're the end.
They had Crazy Mad Alex putting the state-of-the-art studio in, right?
Yeah.
Which didn't work. Right? The guy's a genius, it didn't work. Right? So they had to rip it all out and put it back in, and it was madness. The Beatles were doing
Abbey Road.
Let It Be on the Roof. And, you know, I don't know, guy said that's one of the best memories to the press office. You know, at least a little bar in the corner.
So you pinpointed around 69.
Yeah, Derek was very good, you know, in that. But this, the writing paper, the heading of the business paper, it was lies from Apple. Written, that's what it was written. Lies, the press would come in and they'd tell lies because they didn't want to bother the lawyers, you know. So they put lies on the top.
How about another question?
Good question.
Okay, right over there, sir.
Some of the material from the first Ivy album, which I read out the first Bad Finger album,
Material that was recut on the first Bad Finger album. Reason.
I think it was short as because I listened back on that and it sounds like a bunch of 4-year-olds playing and singing. Kind of hard, you know?
Yes, sir.
What wasn't the song that was on the Walls Ice Cream EP? Put on an album.
Storm in a teacup.
Yeah.
What a stupid title. Yeah, Tommy Evans' song that was,
Yeah.
it was very, very professional. Like. Jackie Little, Max Mary Hopkins, and
James Taylor.
James Taylor?
James Taylor.
The gentleman in the back. Yes, sir. When Bad Finger goes back out on the road, will you have a particular road crew that you'll use? Sign up there.
I think the answer to that is most definitely. And since we've been out, we've been through a lot of guys, and we finally got narrowed down to all the right people. But yeah. I think in the early days, again, most of the guys that took out on like friends, and that's how it starts. Is when you start out, it's like he gives me one thing, and that guy says something here. You know, it's one of those things. I don't know in the old days, as far as work, you always keep in touch with certain people and get the right guy for that. It's a job. Hire people.
yeah, one more old movie is really good. Ingrid Bergman
For Ingrid Bergman, he's one of the original wrote his first after.
Blackmore and stuff like that. Like another friend of mine, Beatlefest, another Welsh guy, I'm not saying he's a good guy, friend of mine. Like he's got us rolling for the people that go out with Freddy, you know. So, who's it?
Yes, sir. One over there? Okay, how about the question? I would just like to say that, for whatever it's worth, I felt for all the years that Bad Finger existed, they were, without question, one of the finest rock bands in music. And also, and I think probably most everybody in the room agrees, most unrecognized for their talents and abilities.
I want to ask you some questions.
7:10 for anybody who wants to see Bad Finger live, what they sound like.
Yeah, right.